Bias, vlogging in the building.
What it do?
Today we here. Greyhound Gang. 50K. Gutter Ball.
You know it.
Top Gunner.
You know it.
T.I.M.E.S.
Bias bargain. What it do?
What's the deal, my baby?
What's good, my nigga?
Man, listen, Ty, this is what we gonna do, man. This is sit down for everybody watching. And I think, since I know T.I.M.E.S as well as I know T.I.M.E s, I want to start at the beginning, dog.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about that first battle you had.
The first big battle?
The first battle you had.
First battle I had, man. I think I'll give you the backstory first. Shout out to Quest McCody. He used to have a record shop and shit where they did battles every week. And I signed up for it 1 week, man, and I ain't leave that motherfucker for like 9 weeks straight. I was smoking boots. So,
how long ago was this?
Oh, man, we talking like 2004, 2005.
Whoa.
Yeah, about 2004, 2005. And after beating so many people at the record shop, they came in with the idea of me battling Blackface, who was a world-renowned Calico. You
Facts.
feel me? So, Calico was the first battle, and him also being the first battle I ever wrote for. As far as I knew who I had to battle, because you know how we used to battle back in the days, it was on the spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They pull a name out the hat on your ass.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
You never knew about your opponent. You
never knew.
You had no time
so
to tap in or nothing. You had to just go off the top.
Yeah, so they told me I was battling Calico, so me being a rapper shit, I wrote everything about him. You know what I'm saying? Which I feel backfired in his defense because he just came like rapping verses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was just rapping verses. He had saying, you know, verses from mixtapes and shit. But I was rapping towards him. And then, you know, it worked out in my favor.
So this before Calico was on the URL and shit like that?
This is the beginning of... So at this time, YouTube was just like starting. And it was the beginning of the teams. Beginning of the Midwest movement where Miles, Mo Dirty, Calico, H.I. Croft, me, you know, them X Factor. That's when that shit first formed.
Okay.
And after I battled Cal, I ended up battling for Low Deluxe. Low Deluxe had the Lions Den shit. You feel me?
Did you battle on the Lions Den?
Yeah, I battled against the Beast.
On the Lions Den?
On the Lions Den.
That's crazy. You got a Lions Den battle.
Yeah, I wasn't even old enough to be in the building. I swear to God, they had to sneak me in that bitch. I'm gonna take the glasses off so y'all can see. They had to sneak me in that bitch, so I ended up battling the Beast. I think that's when Calico battled, what was his name? Prince Lord?
I don't even remember that.
Man, see, this is a long time ago. It was Prince Lord. This was when Big T first came. It was a nigga named the Beast. And there was a couple of Chicago guys, like...
So this was like Midwest kind of just battling each other?
Yup, it was Chicago versus Detroit.
That's crazy, bro. And who put that together? You say Lux put that together?
Yeah, it was Low Deluxe. Low Deluxe and Midwest Miles. Shout out Miles.
Crazy,
like,
man.
Midwest Miles and Quest McCody always was the first ones pushing me against shit. And Mo Dirty. Mo Dirty, shout out to Mo Dirty too. Because like, my first couple battles was through them guys. Like, I battled Cal through Quest. Then after that, I did the Midwest Invasion, Chicago versus Detroit with Miles. Then after that, I battled Cash Eaton with Mo Dirty.
That's crazy because my first battle that I got on Alpha, it came through Mo Dirty. Mo Dirty knew me from doing music.
Yeah, shout out Mo Dirty. He really don't get the credit he deserved because he discovered a lot of niggas.
Yes, he did. Definitely did. So what's bringing us to, like, that's like the beginning starting. So like, you said that was like 03, 04.
Probably about 05, 06.
05,
I graduated high
05,
school in
06.
2006. I was probably in 11th grade.
So 05, 06, we thinking. So this is what I'm trying to get to. When did the Alpha League come about, and how did that connection? How did that happen?
With Alpha League, see, the thing about Alpha League is, the thing about me is, excuse me, I was never a part of no group or a part of no league. Cause you had Animal House, you had Scheme Street Battle League, Alpha was starting a little battle league. You know what I'm saying? It was really grind time, smack. So I was more of a renegade battler. You feel
So
me?
you battle on all the leagues.
Yeah, but I never really liked the niggas. You feel me? So when I came back, cause I took a little hiatus, and when I came back and it was really booming, Michigan battle rap was booming. I was a renegade battler, so my name was just buzzing in the streets from battling that different leagues. Just be like, hey, we want you to battle here. I never belonged in no league, so I never had the beginnings of Alpha. I wasn't involved in it. I knew about them. I watched their growth. I watched them come up, but I never was part of the original Alpha League.
Okay.
What ended up happening was, years down the line, I found out me and Dollar Sign was actually related.
Okay. That's crazy.
That's crazy. I found out we was related. And once we found that out, Dollar put a lot of time and money and shit to a lot of niggas, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Wizard of His Eyes, man. Premium shit only. Smoking good shit.
Facts.
Yeah, cuz at the time was putting money to a lot of niggas, Piranha had his situation where he couldn't continue battling. J Real kind of gave up on his shit. Dice kind of got unfocused. Tez was doing other stuff, so Dollar was really looking for the next person to take over. And when we found out we was related, he was like, "Just nobody better but you to, you know what I'm saying,
to rock out,
rock out with." So that's how my relationship with Alpha League started. Shout out
what
to
year you think that might have been? Like around the time frame, just a timeline.
The first time me and Dollar actually did business was when I battled Heed.
Heed?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be.
That's about 6-7 years ago. Yeah. Maybe 8.
No, that's more than that. That's like 8.
About 8.
No, that's more than that. That's probably almost 9. Cause I'm 8 years now.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, I'm 8 years now. So I know I've been here for 8 years, and you battled Heed before I got there.
Well, yeah.
So it's probably about 9 years.
So when I battled Heed, Dollar was just coming home from his situation, and that's when we found out we was related. And that was the first battle he booked from me through Alpha, and ever since then, shit, we've been on the road.
Quick question: out of all the battles, we was talking about how many battles you had. Can you state the amount that it was just for the interview around what we came up with?
I just completed my 55th battle at the Crucible.
55th. All right, so
55th Street.
55th Street. Hey, but listen though, do you have a favorite out of all those battles? Like a favorite performance, or favorite back and forth?
I got 2 actually for 2 different reasons.
All right, let's get it.
First one, my favorite battle of me all time was Bees. Me versus Be-Easy.
That was incredible.
And it was just really on the fact of who Bees was at the time. He was looked at as unbeatable. He was unstoppable. He's still probably one of the best talents Michigan ever had. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be totally honest, like, I didn't even have all the confidence in myself in that battle, like, because just, it's like the neighborhood bully, you feel me? Like, this nigga done beat everybody ass around the hood, and it was like, you next. So it's like, nigga, either you gonna get a brick and hit this nigga, or what, like, that's what it was. That's how it felt for me.
I can definitely agree with, around that time y'all battled, Bees could not be touched.
He could not be touched,
It was so hard to even make a battle, like, worth even debating. It was like, Bees won.
But then you gotta think of the team he had, like the Zoo. They not gonna let you beat them, if that makes sense. You feel me? Like, they gonna advocate that Bees won to the fullest.
Well, you know, that's one of the best teams Michigan ever had. So they stuck together tough through thick and thin.
That shit tastes so good.
Shout out them niggas, yeah.
Wizards eyes. Mm-hmm. But when I battle Bees, bro, like the intensity.
That happened on Bar Wars.
That happened on King of the Dot.
Yeah, it was King of the Dot. It was Glove Up 1. Tripping.
Very first Glove Up. Just to clarify, that's the whole reason Glove Up even happened. Because Bees was what he was, and then I battled Ty Law. And Gully was like, I need y'all to battle in Canada. But we couldn't go to Canada. You know what I'm saying? Nigga couldn't go to Canada.
Right.
For the streets.
So they came all the way they came here to us.
They built that whole Glove Up car around that, and then it just took off. And that's how I became Mr. Glove Up. Like every single Glove Up, I had main event.
Facts.
Probably some of the best battles on the whole series type shit.
You think it'll ever be another Glove Up?
I think it should be. But I don't think the battlers deserve it.
Ooh.
And that's being 100% because you gotta think when Glove Up was created, everybody who's on Glove Up 1 through 3 was so fucking hungry. You know what I'm saying?
I could say like out of that whole trilogy, it probably was 1 or 2 bad battles out of 3 whole entire events over the course of 3 years. And some of them was 2-day events.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the
even like the battles that wasn't big battles was still, you know, treated as is.
That's how we got Biggs versus Cash Cow, one of the biggest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Biggest body bags
ever. You know
off the snitch card.
Off the snitch shit.
Yeah.
Like that shit was crazy, but. Me and Bees just that moment alone in Michigan battle rap was just crazy.
Yeah, that shit was legendary for sure.
Yeah. And I say my other favorite battle would be me versus Real Deal. Just off the how important that battle was. It was my first main battle on King of the Dot against like a big time opponent.
At the time, he was the champion, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the champion. He was the fucking champion of the whole league. Like,
yeah, he had the chain and shit.
He had the chain and everything. So for me to beat him in that moment, that shit was priceless.
That shit was priceless, bro.
Yeah,
when you won the fan vote, I couldn't believe it, bro. I was like, I know he gonna lose the fan vote.
Nigga,
Real Deal had so many people supporting him. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you, bro. When I found out I drew Real Deal in the first round, I just went in that whole shit doing like, I'm just going to do my best because I know they're not going to let me win. I knew they weren't going to let me win.
Wow.
Like, that was my whole mindset. Like, even if I go in this bitch and do my best, the world won't let me win against Real Deal. Because what type of person he is, he a great fucking person. You know what I'm saying? The universe bless people like that all the fucking time. Like, it's like, yeah, he might have lost. But he won. He's a Real Deal. He's white. Like, fuck it. Just give it to him. So, I ain't gonna lie. When they raised my hand and that shit, dog, that's why I teared up. You know, niggas was trying to hold me for tearing up against winning a battle, but they ain't understand what that moment meant. Like, all the shit me and my brother done put into this shit, like, all the fucking hard nights, the days in the streets, niggas being fucked up, homeless type shit, to coming up, to being on top of the game type shit, like all that shit felt like it paid off right there.
Just from, you know, winning that one battle.
Just winning that one battle, like, that was the battle that let me know, like, all these years I've been doing that shit, it finally made sense, you feel me? Because I won on one of the biggest stages against one of the biggest people in that shit, you feel me? And that created one of the most legendary runs in NVR.
Facts. Because, I mean, I could say...